Number 3 of Elements Pro Gaming facing off against Alliance.
Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to Dota 7.000. And shenanigans abound. It's a pretty exciting time. I'm Lyrical. Is going to be joined as well by Aosin. Aosin, we saw crazy stuff in the previous game. We saw more crazy stuff the game before that. Slardar has been banned out first phase. I have to imagine that's partially because of the stuff that we saw, the fact that Boots and Blink Dagger were picked up by level 5 for him. But how are you doing? What are you thinking so far?
I'm just really trying to get a grasp on what, like, an idea of how things should be going. Because, I mean, from what I can tell, like, first 10 minutes or so, you know, there's not too much difference from the previous patch. I mean, I feel like it's a lot more passive. No one really tried to make too much happen. I mean, last game they ganked mid a few times or so. But for the most part, first 10 minutes... kind of like last patch, and then all of a sudden after that, that's where everything really changes. After 10 minutes, I have no idea what happened to the game, but it just goes insane. Yeah.
that's kind of what I've been feeling as well. The interesting thing that I'm seeing also is that, well, all right, we're going to see a new hero. Alliance decided to take the Ogre. I believe, was he banned out in the previous one? I think he was, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Well, anyway.
I think it was Drow and Wisp, and then the other team was like Arc Warden and Ogre.
That makes sense, yeah. They still don't ban out the Elements Pro Gaming Darkseer for Mitch, which I'm a little bit surprised by. It's definitely, it's their best hero, and he plays it, I think, better than most people, I think, in EU. One of the best EU, but they're going to decide to go for the Clockwork instead. One thing I wanted to mention real quickly before we got started is that the OG game has been delayed. I don't know completely why, but that is going to be played tomorrow instead. So OG versus Alternate Attacks will take place tomorrow, and then we have the follow-up to that, which I think is the upper bracket, or whoever wins that one is going to be playing the next one. So we'll keep you updated as to the schedule, but this is the only best of 3 that's being played today, as we see the Warlock and the Luna come out.
Okay, so Elements, I think they're just sticking to their original strategy. I think like every game so far, they just keep picking these really strong teamfight heroes, and for good reason, I believe. I mean, 70 deaths or something like that in 30 minutes. You might as well pick like good teamfight heroes, right?
Yeah, definitely. And these guys all fit that description. Do you think then that split pushing is just like out the window? Is that something that's too hard to keep going?
I just feel like the split pushing is like not as rewarding, you know? It just doesn't feel as rewarding now.
Yeah, it's true. I guess it's going to be really hard to... I always feel like when there's a new patch, you sort of get these 3 separate things that always come back and forth. So you get strong teamfight heroes, you get minus armor strats, and then you get heavy push lineups. And those 3 things are always going to be okay, no matter what the patch is. So I kind of want to see if anything evolves past that as well. That's the other thing that really is going to be interesting to me. Well,
according to Lumi, it's all about the bounty meta.
The bounty?
The bounty rune meta, I mean. Not bounty hunter, but bounty runes. Like, I played a game with Lumi, and he spent the first 6 minutes doing absolutely nothing but running from rune to rune.
Did you win?
No, we lost.
All right, cool.
But I mean, hey, you know, we're all Dota scientists. New patch comes out, everyone's got to try everything, right?
That's true. I'm definitely going to be playing a heck of a lot of Dota as we, when we get done with this. I'm very interested to see, because that's the other thing, is that like a random thing that's found in a pub suddenly could have a really big impact in these first couple of weeks, depending upon what it is, because there's so many hero changes. Literally every hero has 8 different changes that they can go through.
Well, I mean, some heroes weren't touched, but they got, you know, everyone technically got a change because of the talent tree.
Right.
So yeah, definitely. There's going to be a lot of exploration that's going to happen in the few coming weeks. You know, there's no set meta. We're just going to see playstyles coming out differently from everyone.
Earth Spirit.
All right. Well, here we go. Earth Spirit. He's coming into play. And is going to be a little bit terrifying. Oh, and this is what I was wondering about.
Oh, we got a new hero. Here we go.
This is a good one. Did you get a chance to look at all of the visage changes?
I skimmed through them. I'm going to look through them again.
It looks like he's pretty ridiculously good. That being said, picking him into an Earth Spirit might be a little bit of an interesting one. At level 1, it doesn't look like his Magnetize will break Visage Gravekeeper's Cloak. So that's a little
that makes him so much tankier.
Yeah.
Well, it makes him a lot tankier to a lot of different spells, like Magnetize, like you said.
Yeah.
And let's see. It affects your familiars, and your familiars are no longer hit count, for tankiness. They just have flat health.
The thing that this felt like to me was that Visage suddenly becomes a lot stronger when you're grouped together with your birds, but you are more easily able to kill off the birds when they're flying off somewhere else because they have 80% damage reduction at all levels. I'm pretty sure that that's how this works now. If you're looking at it, you get max 4 layers, 20% damage reduction per layer, and I'm assuming that works in the same way that damage block and like the magic stuff does from Pipe as well.
Okay, I see what you mean. I mean, looking at these changes, as long as you're microing correctly and you keep your familiars like at a safe range from yourself, they're like really hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
And they get a bonus movement speed at all levels as well. All right, well, we're going to see how it works. Every hero's different. There's an Invoker and a Bat Rider getting taken. Bat Rider's still Bat Rider.
Bat Rider went from banned the most, I believe. I think he's the most banned hero in Majors. And then takes a third game to see him in the second phase of picking.
That's interesting, yeah. I mean, it could also just because this is by no means going to be the meta setting series, but it's going to be interesting to see how he fits with all the other heroes, like how strong his laning is. If you're able to farm as effectively on him, he's a pretty punchy hero. He can fight a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely. We're just going to have to see how they play it and cope with the new map changes.
Could this be a core Visage?
I wouldn't put it past them, but I don't think I've ever seen him play it. Like any of them.
Would it be Limp, maybe?
I feel like EGM would be the one to play it, but I could be wrong. It might be Hanskin. I think Hanskin was...
I mean, just become a core.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, AUI did it, right?
Yeah. Well, the Invoker, another hero that was a pretty constant fixture throughout 6.88, and now is going to be taken again in this one, but really heavily nerfed as well, I would say. Maybe we see him go Quas Wex instead because of the nerf to the nerf to Forge Spirits.
I've been hearing that Invoker is very difficult to play now.
Really? In what fashion?
He's also another one of the heroes that just kind of, had a total rework. I mean, I'm gonna quickly skim through this as well. God, there's so many changes, like these little values and stuff like that. It's so hard to remember.
I mean, the big ones for me, EMP changed from pure to magical. You take away the Forge Spirit that he gets just naturally at those early levels. You don't get the stat upgrades anymore, but that's somewhat offset for Exort at least because you get more damage bonus for each of the reagents that you've got, and then you get more instances of HP from the Quas. So you kind of get it balanced out a little bit, but not really. You're going to still be hurting a lot on your stats. That's one of the big things.
Yeah, looking at this, the losing out on your stats definitely hurts the most. You're just going to be incredibly squishy until you manage to finish your Scepter. And even when you finish your Scepter, even with the 125 health at level 10, it's still going to be, not that difficult to take down an Invoker compared to before.
Both teams are just they're trying to figure out what they want to go for next. I'm sure each has an idea of their own. Alliance definitely feels like they can group up and push. So it is going to be a Visage. I'm assuming in the support role it could just be Legion Commander jungle. Alliance could just be over it.
Probably. I'd be super excited to see a Visage mid support jungle Legion one support. It would be sick.
Yeah.
You can get so much out of the jungle now too. Just walk around, take bounty runes, steal camps left and right.
That's true. Yeah. And I think that Legion actually jungles better than Visage. The only thing is do we see Visage being able to actually do enough damage in the mid to late game
5 seconds
to
remaining.
be worthy of that pick. I don't know. We'll see. Elements Pro Gaming, last pick. They're going to go for the Morphlane, so possibly some split push shenanigans.
All right, let's see who picks up the Vistage. Please be a core. Please be a limp.
I doubt it's going to happen. I would love it. I love it. I love it. Alliance did run. They didn't run a tri-lane last time. They ran a dual lane with Disruptor and Lifestealer. So we'll see where they go with this Luna also, if they wanted to run an aggro lane themselves. As we switch over the overlay. Wonderful.
Yeah, Hanskin's playing the Visage. Because I'm pretty sure he was the one who was playing all the micro-heavy heroes when he was on Complexity. So
Okay. Well,
kind of expected. Got a mid Bad Rider and a off-lane Legion.
Did they not buy their items beforehand? Or are they just chilling? They're hanging out. They're having a good time.
I often forget about that feature.
Really?
And sometimes, yeah, it needs to be customizable as well. Sometimes, some of the item combinations that I want to start out with at the start of the game just don't exist.
Good LeBron. Just gonna punch EGM in the face a couple times. Although this is an ogre.
Yeah, that's an ogre with boots. It's not someone you want to fight.
He didn't go for the Orb of Venom, obviously, but yeah, boots are also terrifying. And Earth Spirit really doesn't have much to him. He's got his Orb of Venom over in the stash, which he'll be bringing out to him shortly. Does not want to show all of his items as of yet, as it looks like they're going to be able to immediately deward that. They have another one, but EGM is here with the Tango. Can they get it in time? They take it down before the deward. Oh, EGM, what a god. Ogre's hungry.
That's like so tilting.
That's wasting 200 gold.
Begins.
I'm surprised they weren't ready for that. I mean, what were they expecting? But
That's totally worth
they know it's there. At least they know it's there, so they'll deal with it later.
Yeah. I feel like that's totally worth for Ogre to spend 2 tangos on not getting your ward taken down this early. We will see. So mid Bat Rider. We saw Dendy playing this for a while, and he was getting a bunch of points in Flame Break. How do you think that matches up against an Invoker here?
I think Bad Rider should destroy Invoker, I feel. And I mean, Alliance is the team that kind of innovated this lane, right? It was S4 playing the Bad Rider mid for quite a while.
Yeah. Obviously, we'll be keeping an eye on that lane. It does already look like it's hurting the Invoker quite a lot, as this is probably going to be the lane to watch for kill potential, as a dual lane of Legion Commander and Ogre. A lot of armor, a good amount of HP. Bloodlust is there, but Ogre might have to leave pretty soon. He's dropping fairly low. Or he could just go over to the well thing.
They just go, yeah.
And almost kill Gogi. They are already doing a ton of damage. This is kind of crazy.
I mean, Ogre plus any melee hero is kind of like the standard dual lane off lane from the previous patch. I mean, it's still really strong. Oh, EGM gets caught out by LeBron.
Trying to get over there for the rune, is not going to be able to make it happen, and might instead just end up going down. And
he's going to deny himself. I don't think he can catch him. 3 seconds left.
He has roll. Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Ogre too tanky. He went to where the hard camp used to be, but it was a medium camp now. The change ends up denying him out. That's really
very unfortunate for EGM. He probably looked at the camp and he was thinking to himself, shit, what have I gotten myself into?
That's one of those little changes that you don't always expect, but it really plays a big difference. Meanwhile, Mitch here in this offlane is going to be able to get a good amount out of this creep wave. It's huge going into his tower, so that is going to be nice for him. Meanwhile, Limp gets the flame break point, pushes Cole back, maybe in some trouble. The right click comes through and takes about 300 damage. With the haste rune now up for Limp as well in the bottle. Yeah, this is going to be a hard lane.
The greatest bat rune.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Handskin? He thought about going in there with the Soul Assumption. So how do you feel like where are these teams going to be looking for action to happen? Can they really do a lot here with, forcing the two supports into the jungle, or is EGM?
I thought EGM is pretty dead.
All right.
I mean, I think like for the most part, there's like a really strong combination for the Visage to work with. Like, if you just have your birds following either Bat Rider or Legion Commander, like you can just help them kill off pretty much anyone except for Morphling, of course.
Oh, man. Jonas is in some trouble. They've got the stuns coming through, but EGM is there as well. They actually take down Gogi. That's one kill going their direction. And now Jonas turning on a Swift Ending. They get the Fire Blast damage coming out as well. He needs to switch over to Strength Form, but he's actually almost out of mana. He might just go down here. No points in Ignite as of yet, so they're not going to be able to
one charges.
keep up. Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, you think LC is going to die, but no. Incredibly tanky. He's got the Poor Man Shield as well. And the Bloodlust. A couple procs here and there, and he's perfectly fine.
The Fire Blast point tells me that he might be looking to go into that cast range buff at level 10 when he eventually gets there. Oh, Limp's going for it. They've got that. I think that Cole is just dead. Yeah, there's no way out. Too much, and man, that Grave Chill, a very frustrating spell to deal with in these early levels.
Man, this is just level 4 already. 4 minutes.
Swift Ending? Oh my god.
Go back, grab that Bounty Rune. So sick.
He's above the Invoker in levels.
Yeah, I mean, Bat Rider against Invoker, this is not an easy lane for Invoker.
Alright, well, this is going to be a problem going forward here for Elements. I mean, the weird thing, though, is that they're doing, like, I guess that they're not really doing okay up in the top lane. The fact that they already lost a couple people in this is pretty tough. I think Alliance are definitely getting the better end of this laning stage.
Yeah, you just gotta keep an eye out for, like, the blink timing and the Visage hitting 6. Because, like I mentioned earlier, if you just pair up the either the Bat or the LC, and you ulti anyone, with the birds alone, you can just pick people off left and right. So Elements have to look out for that.
Looks like LeBron right now wants to make something happen in the mid lane. Ogre has just been off to the side hitting neutrals while waiting for the Bounty Rune to spawn, but this might be a kill potential here if they are not careful. But
it's a really difficult kill. I don't think they have enough damage, because Invoker is only level 5, and Olymp is level 6. He has Windlace and Boots, and he's got 1,000 life. Like, this is a really difficult kill if they try it. They might need one more person.
Yeah, if they go Cold Snap, which it looks like they're getting ready to do, then there's a chance, but it is definitely tough. They might have to wait, actually. Now they've got Invoke again. It's on the 6-second cooldown. We'll see.
This will do.
Pop the regen rune. I mean, that's the thing, though, is that, like, LeBron, this whole time that this has been going on, Ogre was able to sort of farm and get himself levels, and now is going to actually be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with here. Level 3, Ignite, there, available, as well as Fire Blast. Mitch going to drop low, and, well, there isn't a great way to stop this. Handskin going to go down, though, as well, so they turn it back around. Suddenly, Mitch doing stuff, and EGM taking a good bit of damage, so, all right, it ends up working out.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Hanskin, because... Oh, and Legion Commander also died up top.
Oh my goodness.
But that would have been really good for Alliance if they managed to Soul Assumption anyone, but really good play from Elements there. They identified the proper target, and they just kill him off and leave.
Also worth noting, Swift Ending is going... Oh, there we go. We dropped. Did you drop out?
There was no Darkseer vacuum, so it wasn't Darkseer.
All right, well, this is the second time that we have been knocked out of the game. Hopefully we can reconnect and everything will be all fine and dandy. It wasn't in the middle of a team fight either, but what do you think about that Morpholine Hand of Midas?
Did he get a Midas? I was like looking at his items and I saw his item queued up for treads. I'm gonna take a look.
Oh god, he actually... I thought that he was going for a Midas. He had 1,000 gold. Oh, he did end up going treads instead. Never mind. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Replicate equals crash. He replicated it and you...
Oh god. No, he didn't use replicate.
It could be anything at this point.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it goes. Just randomly crashes.
Fun times.
Yeah, this is going to mess me up a few times because you can see what players have queued up in their inventory, but then there's a lot of like item decision switching where they aren't always sure what they want to go for. So do you think that like he could have gone for a Midas if he wanted to, or is that just something where...
Oh, hold that thought. They're going on LeBron mid. I think it might get him. Yeah, he looks really good.
They got the pullback. Warlock is there. No level 6 as of yet, obviously, and yeah, that's a pretty quick and easy one.
EGM thought he could sneak around, going for this sneaky ward play, but they caught him out. Should be an easy D ward for them.
Really unfortunate. They still do have their eyes on Limp, and well, Clockwork hookshot's in, and yeah, that's going to be a nice kill. Sunstrike not doing a ton of damage, but they still find it. Gogi is the one that picks up the kill. Invisorin for Mitch, and now back to it. Looks like the tier 1 tower is actually finally going to take some damage. It's up top lane, able to get the winner, takes down the Morphling. Jonas making it happen with EGM.
Oh, Gogi. The bounty steal.
Drive by. You love to see that. And it gets a nice little deep ward here as well. So good stuff all around. They'll try and get the pressure on. And it looks like, at least so far, only about 1,000 gold difference between the two teams.
I'm telling you, just wait for that laning phase to end and everything just goes crazy. Just give it like 3 more minutes and we're going to see the same bloodbath that happened last game.
Loda's going for a Mask of Madness.
Interesting. You're right. Yeah, seeing this item queue up is really nice.
Although, again, it's like he could change it in the middle of his build if he wants to. Like, right now, maybe he feels like he can do that type of build, but maybe he ends up changing it a little bit later because of things that happen. I don't know. Very interested to see how this works, as Jonas is going to be able to spot out the Invoker, takes away his creeps. Nicely done.
I actually really like Mask of Madness on Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mask of Madness is one of the items I actually remember from the patch.
Yeah.
Or reading the notes, but there's no longer an increased damage that you take, you just lose some armor, but you get silence. And oh, hold that thought, middle lane. Oh, they catch out LeBron. He's
Yeah, they got him. That's a pretty quick and easy duel again. Yeah, and particularly if all you're going to be trying to do is push down lanes with Luna. I mean, being able to have Eclipse is good, but the increased damage, it's really great.
Well, I mean, the thing about Luna is you're not exactly a hero that really needs to cast spells, right? You just cast your ulti, you beam once, and then you're done. So you get those out of the way, and you just turn on your Mask of Madness.
Oh, a little bit of a misplay there with the rocketing shot out. They are going to be able to press the attack off. All right, Visage Familiar still in the area. Don't want to overextend for it, though. So they will back out.
Trying to think of what other heroes can utilize this, like this mechanic, because it's a very all-in item. Once you pop it, like there's no, doing anything other than right-clicking.
Sven seems pretty good, from what I've heard, and just the concept of it. If you get all of your stuff off and then pop mask,
right?
Yeah, there's a few others that might be pretty interesting.
I'd probably buy it on Wraith King.
Okay, totally. It looks like for now Alliance ready to group up, and let's see how quickly this tower goes down. These birds doing a hunky chunk of damage to this. Fortification comes out. I'll be good to go again in a second.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is falling.
Nice bit of gold for them.
It looks like Invoker is getting tired of it. He's using his meteor to farm every now and then whenever he needs to. They are just desperately trying to get him levels. He's still level 10. God.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That really hurts.
Say that, but it's already 11. It's only 11 minutes in.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess I'm just like, in comparison to where you would normally see an Invoker going And like Luna is level 9 as well, but they're gonna hook shot in, catches on the Handskin. They bring in the birds though. Mitch taking a lot of damage. They are gonna be able to turn it back around. The Clips comes out from Loda, hits onto a bunch of creeps. Really unlucky there. Lucent Beam does connect, and well, with the birds, that might be enough to find the kill. A couple more touches. The Warlock kill. They do get the Lucent Beam, but it's a trap. They catch them with the Warlock ulti, and now Swift Ending jumps forward, finds the kill onto Jonas.
And that's why you always buy raindrops.
Yeah.
That Clockwork survived for like much longer than they anticipated, and they kind of like baited them in. And they ended up losing way more. Oh no, Hanskin, please, your birds.
Yeah. There's been a couple little things with Micro where probably you see some of those top level players who are used to playing the hero a lot would make that mistake. Like
that's a very costly mistake, though, because he summoned new ones just now, and those were his new birds. So he has no birds for 3 minutes.
Well, he's got these ones down here, but yeah, it's these guys are the only ones. So if these ones die, that is a really rough situation.
Wait. He just resummoned them?
Yeah, he's got them right here, down at the bottom lane.
Radiant's top tower is
well, that's not quite what I meant, but whatever. I'll have to test it later.
Okay. Shenanigans abound. It looks like he's going to go back for a pipe now, too. So, just wants to fill that, like, tanky push-out items. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a good choice. Oh, Clockwork.
Oh, my God. Look at Mitch. Look at him.
Combo.
She's taking. Yeah. That's another pretty quick and easy one. So Alliance seem to just be able to run around the map and get the kills that they want. They have a very pick-off oriented lineup. As far as when the team fights start happening, do you think that team fights will start happening, or is this just going to be...
Wait, top, Swift Ending. Are they going to duel him? They might... No. There's no blink on him. Still 1,000 off. I mean, you're against a Warlock, so... Maybe you just wait for pickoffs and wait for those team fight items to come up. I mean, I think if your Visage has a pipe, you should be more than ready to fight.
Oh, there we go. EGM in a little bit of trouble. He's taking that damage. He is not going to get hit by the Sunstrike, but it looks like he'll be able to walk away from that one. And meanwhile, LeBron up on high ground runs right on into the Legion Commander, but will be kicked away.
Oh god, Loda almost died to Ancients.
Limp, all right, pulling him back in as well. He is going to get chased down slightly and silenced up for the moment, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do too much more. Well, they throw out the Cold Snap now onto Limp. He does go down. 5 heroes in the jungle. And 8-8 is the score.
I was busy watching Loda farming those Ancients, those new Ancients, and they almost killed him. Like, if he messed up a little bit there, he would have died. Maybe that's a little extreme, but you know, they cast the root spell on you,
right?
And they held him in place, and he was just taking so much damage.
It's pretty nuts the way that works. Yeah, and the other thing about it is that it takes off your base armor, so Luna's agility is going to lose a ton of that. It looks like they want to come and contest this, though, and this could be a really big moment in this game if they're able to find it. Warlock ulti is back off of cooldown. Clockwork is going to run into her. That reveals the position, and it does not look like Elements want to actually go for this fight. They get the silence as well as the stun. Connects onto 2. Clockwork cogs out as well. Bird's going to be able to find their stun. Soul Assumption turning it back around onto him. Mitch in some trouble is going to go down, but the turnaround there as well. Warlock ulti. Jonas trying to run away. Isn't actually going to go down to this. And now suddenly the Invoker caught out yet again, and he is going to go down. Oh, Gogi is dead. Triple kill for Loda. Oh, he came out with a vengeance. That was a ton of damage.
Well, I thought it was going to be easy dual damage, but that Clockwork hook stunned him at the last second, and they just killed him off. So unfortunate for Legion, doesn't get the dual damage, but 4 for 1. Great trade for Alliance.
You know, I'm wondering if
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
the more I'm looking at this, everybody's getting a good amount of levels right now because it's not as much of that stratification we talked about. It feels like between those top heroes, there's just not much of a change, even though the Invoker has that Midas. I'm not exactly sure why that is, though.
I mean, he's just kind of struggling. He doesn't exactly have, you know, great space for leveling or anything like that.
Okay.
I mean, now it's kind of like he's fallen behind. It's for 16 minutes for the Midas.
Well, in the meantime, LeBron is definitely hurting at level 6 currently. Everybody else is about to hit that first power curve of the level 10. Anything that really stands out to you as far as these talents, as we see Mitch going to get gone on, but Limp also going to get caught out now. They have the Magnetize applied to them, going to be reapplied in a second by that second stone. Limp, oh, he's going to drop low to this. Oh, they can't get that other reapplication to it. Tries to chase, Sunstrike off the mark. Good play there by Limp.
That would have helped LeBron so much, but all in all, they saved their clockwork. They don't get the bat, but no one dies. No big ultimates are used either, so see where they go to next. I think Elements are actually still doing okay, though. I mean, Morphling hasn't exactly had to do anything, really. He's just been farming, and he's really farmed right now.
Yeah. Top net worth in the game is going to be building into that E-Blade next, I would imagine. But here comes the rotation. Lincoln Sphere, if they can get it popped, it's really going to cause some trouble for Swift Ending here. They need to go for it. Immediately jump forward, not quick enough reactions, and yeah, just going to get eliminated.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a little too confident in your Lincoln Sphere. Alliance knew exactly how to. They just, you know, communicated that really well, and popped it and instantly dueled him.
Yep.
Just deleted him.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Cole, in the meantime, has
Radiant's
built into
middle
the first
tower
component
is
of his
under attack.
Agnum Scepter. We'll be getting that relatively shortly, hopefully. And does have maxed out Exort as well. So the damage spells are really going to start to shine. And is going to start getting points into that Wex as well. So we'll be able to team fight and probably do a good job of holding these as it goes on. But here's the Mask of Madness. Increased attack speed like crazy. God, that's actually so good.
100, yeah.
Dire structures are
Yeah.
fortified.
It's almost an alacrity when it's maxed out as far as attack speed's concerned.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Mitch might be going down here. They pull him back in, does get the blade mail off, and is going to take some damage here. Jonas going to go to work, and another duel victory for the Legion Commander. Currently up to 58 duel damage.
I wonder if this is where you go for Roshan. This might be a good time.
Yeah. It could be pretty solid.
Oh, they decide against it. I mean, you're up against, you know, Warlock, and he still has his ulti, so. And don't forget about that shrine. It's right there.
Yeah, that's a little bit of one of those things where everybody hops in all at once. You're able to come and defend the Roche pit. LeBron, in the meantime, going to run into Jonas here. If they could find this kill, this would be really good for them, but Silence walk away. You can't really do anything to it. Just able to get out of there. Too freaking tanky.
The strength of that press the attack. I mean, this is why she was so popular at the major. Like, that utility she brings from the offlane.
Dire's courier
Oh.
has been killed.
All right,
Courier.
well, another
That's
courier.
not good.
Where was that courier going? Why
It was going to Morphling.
Okay. Oh, right. Replicate away. Okay. All right. So we're currently 20 minutes into it. A whole heck of a lot less fighting than we saw in the last game, with 70 kills in whatever it was there, 30 or 40 minutes. But it does still feel like it's all building to this big engagement that's going to happen around Roshan. And well, they drop a ward, looking up high ground. Swift Ending spotted out there. It's going to waveform forward, actually. And now stun comes out. Going to connect. Limp controlled for the moment. They don't get the silence off. LeBron is going to be pulled back in, and there's going to be some more duel victory going his way. So
That was close. He almost didn't get it.
Elements are just not really feeling like they're all on the same page this game.
Yeah, I would agree with you
Dire's
there.
top tower is under
And now they
attack.
decide to go for the Roshan.
You know,
I think the biggest thing I've taken from this is that
Dire's middle
taking
tower
towers,
is under
I mean,
attack.
obviously it was super important before, but like, it's just so clear cut now, like how you control the map.
oh, Over in the Roche pit right now. Mitch going to take a lot of damage, but they're all controlled. They get the rock onto 2. I don't think it's enough damage, though. Maybe if they can take out Handscan at the start, but there's the Eclipse damage coming out onto the Invoker. He is gone. Double kill for Loda. Looks like Gogi is going to go down as well as soon as he throws out all those abilities. Ultra kill comes in with the Mask of Madness. Loda is on the job, and this is going to be Roche going their way. My God. This could be a spanking.
Mask of Madness. Look at that damage that he dealt. Luna, 3.4. He did half the team's damage in that team fight.
He did almost more than the entire team did. Oh man, and now this is where it really becomes a problem, because Loda can just walk up high ground basically. With Mask of Madness off cooldown again. Yeah, I don't know if they can really stop this. Press the attack as well. Look at the tower go down.
Attack speed. Oh my God! Wait for the bounces. Here we go.
All right, pulling back in Gogi. He's gonna drop. Don't even get enough chance for a duel. It did get silenced for a moment there, but yeah, godlike streak for Loda. Nope, hook shot in, pushes back 1, and Mitch is going to take a good bit of damage here. Looks like Loda took some as well. They aren't going to be able to find the kill into anybody except for Limp, I think, but that was the gem. So something going back to the way of Elements Pro Gaming as they kill off the birds.
Another thing to remember is the max speed has changed now. So with Loda's build, if you use Mask of Madness, you are 7 speed off of max, which is 550 now.
That's a good point. He also decided to go for Lucent Beam, so you can chase down people in that as well, like if you have Eclipse going after the fact.
Yeah, it adds up. 40 Lucent Beam damage. I mean, if you hit all of your beams, what is that? I believe is 11 beams. Yeah, 11 beams. That's 440 damage theoretically.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if we're going to see a change in Invoker builds as well, because previously you would go for the Forge 4 and Quas to get your second Forge Spirit. That's no longer the case. Oh God, no! They found Morphling. He waved form forward. All right, replicates away. That was close.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, clearly he wasn't too sure about it either, because he went for the old build, and like realistically speaking, there's really no reason now.
Yeah. There's
All right,
probably
there goes the last.
I would imagine there's a point where it's worth it to get a lot of points in Quas, but it's probably like at 3 or something for Cold Snap to be good or something. But regardless, this is looking like it's Alliance's games to lose, as they are sieging tower very quickly. Not a whole lot to stop.
He's got Butterfly. He is so damn strong right now.
All right, they jump
How
forward.
they catch out the block too. That's so bad for them.
Yep, no buyback for him.
That's like the only team fight hope that they have.
Well, hook shot in, connects onto 2, but what's the follow-up? They have the Meteor combo as well onto Loda, but he is actually not drop a flow half HP, taking that whole combo to the face. And yeah, there's the jump forward. They control the Invoker. He's gone. It was a good showing in game number 1 by Elements Pro Gaming, but Alliance just looking too beefy to take down. Aegis still intact for Luna.
Is he gonna lose it now?
I don't know if it's going to happen. I've been curious. I haven't seen anybody activating the shrines inside the base as they're fighting high ground.
I think they're just forgetting about it too. This is another thing that people forget about. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Until you mentioned it, I forgot about it too.
Yeah.
It's just gonna take some time for people to get used to. I mean, look at Alliance right now too. They're not even like hitting the shrines on the way back.
Yeah.
You can at least tap it a couple of times.
Just tap it. Exactly. Yeah. No, it's interesting, and like, I think that's something that's going to be a mark of. It's just going to become normal. It's like you take down all the tier 2 towers, then you go to Roche. You take down all the 2/2 towers now, and then you go to shrines. Like that's the build or the way that I imagine the game would progress. But still, these very early days, of course, an Alliance showing that they still got what it takes to innovate. How'd you feel about Visage this game?
I feel like even without its changes, they kind of just played it the way you would have played it in the previous patch, regardless of the changes. You just, fly your birds around, combo it up with the, as a single target damage for Lasso and Duel.
Yeah. No, definitely. Oh, they've got a replicate here with the Warlock. They might go on this. I think that they realize now what's going on with them. All right. Last set of towers. Can EPG hold? Got ourselves...
All right, well, first of all, they can't lose their Warlock again. He's standing in the back now, smoked up. If you lose your Warlock, your team fight's just over.
That was a TP back by the Legion commander as well. So has BKB available. So it doesn't look like they actually want to pressure this too much yet. Maybe they just want to wait till they get the level 25.
Well, I mean, Luna is about to pick up Scotty, so...
Yeah, and bonus attack speed now as well. God, she is just so stacked. 300 damage a pop. And hitting very, very quickly.
Where's the Roshan timer? I don't know when Roshan is up now.
That's a good point. It doesn't actually have the Roche timer on there anymore. Hopefully that's something that changes.
Yeah, for spectators at least. I mean, I probably would assume it's like in the next 2 minutes or so. But...
Are there any other big talents that are coming up that we haven't gotten to see yet? Ogre. He got the magic resistance as well as that 60 GPM, obviously. It looks like maybe Invoker is waiting to get his next one too. We'll get him to something pretty soon. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like any of these are going to be something that's so significant that it changes the way the game is right now. And in fact, with this replicate wearing off right now, all right, Morphling is pretty dead. Oh, that's too bad. All right, let's see. They've got Lunar Beam, Swift Ending, broken, pulls him back in. And just like that, he's going to take a lot of damage. He's gone. LeBron, probably in some trouble as well. He will be Yule Sceptered up and now brought down as well. They have buyback on both of these heroes, but at this point, having to use buyback, this is feeling like it's a problem. God, look at how fast load is.
Yeah, 540 something. You didn't see, but yeah. And I mean, I'm pretty sure like Alliance can just, play this really slowly. Force a buyback. You can even just run to Roshan if you really feel inclined to.
Now, Lotus had enough of their shenanigans. He's taken down the towers.
He's got Solar Crest on him too.
Mask of Madness still not used. They're going to smoke up, try and go for the big play wraparound. Can they find it? Bat Rider already there to break the smoke. They do find the hook. Nicely done. All right, there's the Yule Scepter lift up. They drop down the bat as well. BKB immediately turn around. Oh, Koki. He gets the Warlock ulti off, but I don't think it's going to ever be enough. The Golem is already dead. Invoker being chased down currently. They pull back in. Swift Ending. Well, definitely Blast keeping him alive, but Loda just too strong. Dealing at the damage. And GG gets called as Alliance take the series 2-1. And Aosin, after our first game on this patch in the EU server, how are you feeling about the state of Dota?
I think it's gonna settle down. I mean, everyone's just kind of figuring things out right now. I mean, as entertaining as they are, I don't think the games will remain this way for long. People will start to understand, what the really important goals are in the game, and just protecting those objectives rather than just running around and killing as many heroes as you can.
Yeah, totally. I kind of am with you in that. It does feel like, though, that's going to take a little while because, first of all, just getting used to the map change, that's like step one, and then getting used to objective timings, and then getting used to when you hit these peaks and valleys in your strength curve for, all of your supports and everything else. I don't know. I do feel like, though, that there's potential that it could start settling down within like a month or so.
I don't even think it'll take that long. I think it's just going to take like 2 weeks.
Okay.
I think 2 weeks, and we'll see a very heavy refinement of gameplay. And then another 2 weeks, we'll start seeing like really solid gameplay from everyone. That's what I would think it's going to be.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, the OG versus alternate attacks game is going to be postponed until tomorrow. So tune back in, same time, same place. There's 2 games a day, except for today, obviously, where we'll be having that OG versus alternate attacks game. Hopefully by then the patch will be a little bit more found out. We'll find out if that's the case or not. Aosin, any final thoughts, shout-outs before we sign off for today?
Happy birthday, dude.
Oh, yeah, it's our birthday. Yay, thanks. All right,
yeah, that was
not planned. Yeah, I'm going to go play Dota for 10 hours. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you guys next time. Adios.
Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.